Hello, thank you for joining me today in Love and Light. Today, I'm trying to kind of leave it up to Spirit on what to talk about. I'm not really sure. The more I thought about it, the more I overcomplicated it, the harder it got. If you're on this channel, I'm sure you can relate because you're probably a lot like me with similarities of overcomplicating, overthinking, while also trying to be simple and practice through Spirit. Technology has a way of overcomplicating things. Humanity has a way of overcomplicating things. So, anyways, how are you doing today? Good, I hope. Have you done your meditations today? Have you taken the time to be aware of your surroundings today? Have you taken the time to greet yourself, to love yourself as though you do others, to put yourself first so that you can be more there, more present, more energetic, more empowered to help others? After all, even when we help others, it's from a point of selfish, because you're wanting to do it for the feelings inside, and by being selfish, you become selfless. But if you become selfless before you become selfish, then you're actually putting others first and not yourself first. So by being selfless first, you tend to give more than you have, leaving yourself empty and unenergized and weak. So then you have to re-empower yourself, you have to rejuvenate yourself, you have to refresh yourself. But if you come from a place of love and selfishness first to the point of actually taking care of yourself first, so that you can help take care of others, then you have more. And if you never give more than you have, so that you protect yourself and take care of yourself, then you always have plenty to give. Hope that made sense. Got a little confusing as I was thinking about it from my ego perspective. But I just wanted to make sure and check in with you guys and make sure that you're loving yourself today and stepping into your power. I myself have, for most of my life, felt that being in service to others meant that I had to give the shirt off my back, and I willingly did it. It wasn't that I was told I had to or felt I had to. It just came naturally to give and give and give. But somewhere in there, I lost the ability to give to myself first, and before I knew it, I really just became disempowered, and I would give to the point of becoming a doormat for others, and felt like not sad or taken advantage of, really. And then that threw me off a little bit, because then if I'm trying not to be taken advantage of, it went back to when my mom told me that she was afraid that I was too naive, I was too gullible, and that I'd be taken advantage of. And so I guess it threw up some inner child stuff. And I don't know, it just kind of caused me to be weary of giving, and I got lost in it. But then also too, I was at a point of, if I give to others like I would my own family, then does that mean that I love them less? Am I loving other people more than my own family? And it really was very strange and odd. But somehow I managed to make it to the point of where I started to learn to take care of myself better. And then more recently, after 43 years of being on this earth, I finally realized, or at least I removed some of that inner programming that told me that that's how I had to be. And I realized that if I give to myself first, that I wasn't taking away from others, because I've always took care of my family. I've always took care of others around me. I always will take care of them. I'm never not taking care of them. So then if I switch over and start taking care of myself better and putting myself first, and really believing that in my nature I'm going to take care of others, and the more that I give to myself, the more I take care of myself, the more that I can give and take care of others. So that was definitely a journey to overcoming that, and also learning to invest in myself. I thought that my giving to others was taking away my giving to myself was taking away from others. Like, if I was to spend money on myself, I had to spend money on others as well. Mainly my family, like spending money on my family and others to justify the spending for myself, like giving them something so that I could have crumbs. And it really was an eye-opener to realize that if I take care of myself and if I invest in myself and empower myself, that I have more to give to others. So it's definitely a hard lesson, but now I'm in a position to where it's the same lessons. It's like I don't say you never, but a lot of times you have the same lessons and they're repeated lessons, but they're at different levels or deeper digging. So like when I got to the point of where I could give to others and where I could invest in myself and know that I'm not taking away from others, that was like the part. Like, maybe if they're investing in me, their time, their money, their efforts, then I had to really show up. And what I realized was that my underlining thought was that when others give to me or invest in me, that they're taking away from themselves. So then that was the barrier of not just charging for my services, but actually like my barrier of not being so hard on myself when I show up for others, because I can only do so much. I can do my part, they have to do their part. So if I show up to help them, or if I show up to an event to help, like community-wise, then I do my part. And if the event, no matter what happens, that's my transaction is complete. I've went in there and I've given of myself, and I've reaped my rewards, like the exchange, the energy exchange. And then what's left is on them, is on the rest of everybody else who had participated. So basically, the things that I partake in, the outcomes that they have, don't always reflect a success or failure on my part. They don't always reflect that I'm a good person or that I'm good enough. So being from split family, from split childhood, from a consistent life of change and navigating, there was a lot of not believing I was worthy. And like, maybe as I changed from this thing, not that I left it because I didn't think I was unworthy, but maybe I changed, and when I went to change for something else, I actually settled in the process because I didn't think I was good enough for the other thing, that I wasn't quite ready, that I had a few more skills to learn, instead of realizing that I was where I was at for a reason, that I was ready to take care of business, that I was ready to show up. And it's really just empowering yourself and having more faith in yourself. So in conclusion, I guess what I'm trying to get at is the few main points of loving yourself first, empowering yourself first, so that you can show up for others without taking away from yourself, so that you're giving from a place of plenty as opposed to a place of scarcity. And then also too, to realize that when you're receiving from other people, the person who is giving gifts all the time but doesn't want to get gifts, that is willing to help but not willing to ask for help, that it's a transaction, that is, you are giving, and then when you let people give to you, you're giving them that ability to feel the goodness, to feel the weightlessness or the lightness or the higher vibration of giving. And also too, you're teaching them that if you give, that more will come in. If you give from a place of love, if you give from a place of empowerment, if you give from a place of abundance and not scarcity, then more will come in. That it's a transactional thing. So you're helping them to process through that. But that's all I have for today. Just a little short video today, just to check in on you guys. Make sure you're doing good. Let me know in the comments if this resonated with you, or if you have any stories or anything that you're trying to overcome. And maybe next time we'll talk about energetic vampires and how to deal with that. Thank you very much. Love you guys.